look at this thing. More importantly, we figure out how to get up onto it. Looks like it goes over that way too, so. And over there. And apparently there's lava spilling onto it. Let's have a look here. Okay. It looks like the easiest way to get up there is going to be to just pick a good spot and tard pillar up. And I'm thinking right against that corner of it over there is probably going to be the best place. Right up here. Now let's use the NetherRack for that. Alright, I don't see any lava dripping, so. Alright, we're going to be going right up into this thing. Okay, we're in. Now, let's light this thing up and have a look around. A stairwell. Another stairwell. And a supply of NetherWart. Excellent. Okay, let's harvest this stuff. Okay, getting some here. There's more over here. Apparently, maybe we only need to harvest the big ones. Huh? You can harvest the small ones too, okay. I'm not going to harvest all of it, just so that it'll continue to grow. See what's up here. Huh, very low ceiling, that's what. Not much to look at out there, except for a considerable drop. There's more up there and along that way. Okay. We've got quite a bit to explore here, I can see. And over time, I will get to exploring all of it. But I think also something I want to do is get this supply of NetherWart to a secure location where I can set up a farm to grow more of it. Take a quick look around at this area though, we'll see. Not a whole lot going on. The place seems to be pretty well encased. At least around here. Looks like this would have been something to go somewhere. What's here? There's a lava well. Apparently this place is laid out differently from some of these others that I've seen. But the lava well is in the general vicinity of where the NetherWart was found. And that's important. This place is huge. And like the other one, apparently incomplete. What's down here? A blaze spawner. I'm not interested in facing one of those right now. I have one. So I won't really need that one. Don't need nether slime either. Well, that looks sufficiently epic. Lava mess pouring out of the wall. Well, let's plug the hole. This place is indeed huge. Every bit as big as the other one, maybe even bigger from the looks of things. Okay, it'll be blaze up that way from the sound of things. Oh crap, I don't need that. I mean, I did make up a fresh set of iron armor, but I'm not really armored against that sort of stuff. What the heck is that noise? Of course, I think for the time being, I think my big question is, where is my entrance? Because I think it's going to be a very good idea right now to get out of here with my NetherWart hull intact. And see about returning another time. Okay. Alrighty. Dude, you're in the way. I can see it's going to be something of an adventure finding the way out of here. The correct way out of here, that is. Okay, we're back to the area where I've been. Oh, blaze spawner. Get away from that. Okay, here's the lava well. And I believe back this way is probably where I need to be going. Well, no, not here, but around this way. Down the stairs. Grab some more NetherWart. Up these stairs. Around this way. Okay. Now, if I can just find the place where I came up here. Oh, this will make you nuts. Alright, I'm going to look around, find my way out of here, and head back to the Gizmos Island portal. Alright, I have successfully returned here and widened my sky bridges along the way, just for safety's sake. And now, I think what I'm going to do is take this haul of NetherWart, and I'm going to go back to the Blaze farm for the time being, because, oh, wait a minute. Let me look around here real quick. There should be some slow sand around here. Looks like there's some up there. As I understand it, this stuff only grows in the nether in slow sand. Might as well grab some of these mushrooms. And one of the easiest way to pick up mushrooms around here is to just pop down a light right next to them. Alright, that's enough for now. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set some of this NetherWart growing right inside the rail station here, in some of this NetherWart. Where it can do its thing, presumably. If I understand it correctly, light level doesn't matter for this thing. So I'm just going to set some growing right here. I will take down some of the torches in this end. Try not to overbright them. There. Alright, that can grow there, and we'll see how it goes. And I will set some more growing over at the first Nether Fortress at the Blaze Spawner, because I will probably be spending a fair amount of time there, farming experience, and so there's no reason not to be growing NetherWart at the same time, which is another one of those necessary ingredients for potions. So I'm going to head over that way, and whoops, well, not like that, I'm not. I'm going to head over that way, farm up some more experience, get some NetherWart growing, get some fresh tools and armor made up and so on with decent enchantments, and then there are other projects that need to be tended to, several of them in fact. And in spite of the many distractions of late, I am very interested in getting all of these projects done. So we'll be getting back to some of that soon. And I'm back. And what you see before you, this number 50, is the result of a lot of clicking. As a matter of fact, the amount of clicking is so much that I consider it to be something of an issue worth ranting about, and if you'll excuse me, I'm going to. You see, I don't mind the fact that it is required to fight enough mobs and come up with the 50 levels of experience that is required to get a level 50 enchant. That's perfectly understandable. You have to do the work to get the results. I get that. However, the problem is that having done that work to get the results, obtaining the level 50 enchant itself, to actually have a level 50 show up here, requires an enormous amount of clicking. It can happen in as little as a few minutes, or it can take as long as several hours of clicking and clicking and clicking. This is unreasonable in the extreme. Notch has said in the past many times that if something wasn't fun, that it needed to either be fixed or removed. I submit to you
that clicking for enchants is not fun, and it needs to be fixed. The story behind this number 50 here is a good example. I started clicking this morning. I clicked for well over half an hour without seeing a single 50. As a matter of fact, I had clicked for so long that I actually fell asleep doing it. I woke up several hours later and continued for another 45 minutes of clicking and clicking. Why didn't I not take something less, you ask? Because I didn't want something less. I had decided I wanted a level 50 enchant. I did the work. I came up with level 50 experience with which to get it. I wanted it. I submit that the better way to do this, instead of randomly selecting everything, which is frankly asinine, I submit that what you should be able to do is have a slider bar or a spin control or a text entry box or something here where you can decide for yourself what level enchant you want. And if you're fine with a 35 or a 25 or a 12 or a 6 or whatever it is that you've got, if that will serve for you, then fine, select it. I want the level 50. I want the level 50 because the level 50 has a much greater probability of having multiple enchants, and of those enchants being of higher power. If I want a level 50 enchant, it's because I want the multiple enchants, and I want them all to be of the highest possible power. And in a reasonably sane enchanting system, it would be possible, given that you have done the work and got the experience, that you could come in here and say, I want a level 50 enchant, and I want that enchant to have, say for example, Protection 4, Fortune 4, and Silk Touch 2, or, okay, Silk Touch doesn't work with Fortune, so that's a bad example, but okay, say Protection 4. Well, for a pickaxe, Efficiency 4, Unbreaking 4, and Fortune 3 or something like that. You've decided you want those particular things. You do the work, you get the 50 levels of experience, you come in here, and instead of clicking like a madman for as long as 3 or 4 hours to finally see that number 50 show up here, you should simply be able to select 50 with a spin control, text box entry, or a slider bar or something, and then you'd have further controls to select which enchants and what level of enchant you want. And then, finally having done that, you can click the apply button or whatever it would be that would apply that to the pickaxe. Your experience would drop to 0 because that's what you got 50. You'd use all 50 levels and it would drop to 0, and your pick would then have the enchant you want. The way the system works currently right now, you click like a madman for anywhere from a few seconds to several hours to finally come up with the 50. And then when you finally click here, the results are still almost completely random. The enchantments are chosen at random. The level of power of those enchantments are chosen at random. Whether or not you get multiple enchantments is mostly random. Low probabilities is what it is. And so, having done all of that, having done the work and having done the insane work of clicking for the level 50, you could still come out with Efficiency 1. Which frankly, after all of that work, is an insult. And now, I'm going to click on this and see what I get. I've done that work. Minecraft has done its random thing. And I end up with Efficiency 4 and Fortune 3. Okay, that's reasonable. It's not as good as I'd like, but it's reasonable. But still, it was entirely random. It could simply have been efficiency 1, and that would have been it, which is entirely unreasonable. And I submit that this needs to be changed. It needs to be fixed. The user, after having done all the work of coming up with 50 levels of experience, needs to have the ability to control what they get. Now, perhaps things would be random to start with, but over time, as you get enchantments, you should be able to learn them. And then once you have learned them, you should be able to select them specifically. Okay, that's enough for the rant for now. If you agree with that rant, please thumbs up this video and share it around, and maybe we can get some kind of a campaign started to get the enchantment system fixed. Because right now, as it is, it's broken. Alright, having ranted enough, I now need to do a little bit of looking up some things, and I'm going to set up over here with the potion brewing system, which thankfully does not include random factors. And I'll be back in a bit. Alright, it's the next day, and having finished with the rant, I am more than ready to get back to working on this castle. And I think the first thing I'm going to do is fix these little guard tower things. And I'm going to start by moving this one just one block, like so. And I'm just going to build this part up. And then let's see, I need to go ahead and build up a little bit here. Get a work platform. And I'm going to change what I'm using for fencing too. I've decided I'm going to use the nether brick fence for this. And let's see. Okay, that will be coming down. I'll be moving the whole thing over this way. See, take this down, and take that out. Okay, and this comes down, and so does this. Alright, now go up one more time and finish fixing the fence. Oh. Alright. This old fence out, some of it. Let's see, let's get the nether fence started. Okay, I think we're just about there.
Ah. Okay. Now just take this down. I have a feeling I'm going to end up replacing our snowman, but I was prepared for that. Alright, take these down. And redo the pillar and go up here and make sure the fence is right. And if it is, set a new snowman in business. It looks good to me. Okay, we need two blocks of snow and a jack-o'-lantern. Okay, we have our guard in place. Ah, I should have been using the new diamond pick anyway. Okay. That's what our guard tower looks like now. It's positioned better, and I think using the nether brick fence was a good idea. Alright, now I'm just going to tear this one down completely. Build another one just like that other. And then we can get on to other construction, having finally finished this piece. It's getting on to dark, so I'm going to go ahead and sleep till day and then come out here and get this guard tower finished and a new snowman in place. And then I'm going to start work on those walls up there now that I have ice to work with again. Well, actually, no, I was going to do work on potion brewing, so I will get working on potion brewing.